What's up, guys? John from Artv, doing a little bit of filling in today. InfinityOnHannah, the regular host of Concert Diaries on this channel, called in sick today, had me fill in since I was at the show as well. Figured I would talk about my experience with Wolf Alice.
What are you doing?
Just doing a little bit of filming.
Why are you using my camera?
Didn't think you were going to be back for
What's this all about?
Did not think you were going to be back for about 30 more minutes, so went ahead and started without you. Is that okay?
Surprise! It's John from Artv. You guys just found that out.
Yeah.
We're actually doing a collab today. Why are you in Pittsburgh?
To film a Foley Ado review with you.
Oh, you better go check that out, guys.
Yeah, because it's
Link down
in
below.
the description. Well, that wasn't the only reason I was here. I was also here, obviously, hanging out with Hannah a little bit. We went to a show.
YouTube friends.
At Stage AE in Pittsburgh. Nice. They had it closed down a little bit.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't the actual like traditional like room, you know. They had it closed off.
Yeah.
The stage was like barely a stage, like it was just kind of right in front of you.
Which made it feel like a really like intimate.
It was a very intimate setting.
It was very personal, and like there wasn't a ton of people there.
No, how many people do you think?
Maybe 100 tops.
Yeah, that's probably the most.
100 tops.
Which I did not expect. I thought it would be more, honestly, just because I've never been to a show like that there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wolf Alice.
Yeah, one of my favorite bands of the 2010s. If you guys haven't heard of them before, definitely recommend checking them out. I might be a little bit biased considering how much I personally love them. Their album was my favorite of last year.
It's true.
So I got Hannah on the hype train,
yeah,
and I was like,
hey, they're pretty good. And then you were actually going to this show, and I was like, dude, Pittsburgh, I live here, let's freaking meet up.
yeah, exactly.
And guess who else we met up with?
We met up with the
famous
LP Club.
Ethan from the LP Club. Shout out to you, dude. That was so nice to meet you.
Yeah, man,
fun.
it was just crazy seeing some of the
It
YouTube
was
family
cool.
there.
It's
you know,
crazy.
the people that you see on Twitter and stuff like every day, and then you see them in real life, and it's
That
just like,
was really
oh,
cool.
it's you. As far as the show itself goes, I had a blast. I don't know about you.
I thought it was great. I would say they're one of those bands that just has an incredible live performance. Like, it's even better than the recordings, in my opinion. You get so involved with it, I'd say.
Yeah, and I think their bassist Theo does a great job
Oh yeah,
of like
all of them do. Like
rallying everybody
yeah,
up.
definitely.
You know?
They made it a lot of fun, and I kind of liked that it was a smaller audience because that made it, you know, kind of special, I think.
Right, you felt like you were in the moment there,
yeah,
you know? And you didn't want to miss anything.
Right.
And maybe, like, another thing that I noticed throughout the whole show is that nobody was really filming, there weren't really any
Yeah,
phones
there was
out.
like maybe 2 people that filmed, but they didn't film long either.
Right,
so
and the
that was
bassist
nice.
actually called someone out
Yeah, I
on it,
heard
and he was
that.
just like, hey mate, why don't you put the phone away for
Try
a
to
2
have
seconds?
some fun.
And
so.
I think that everybody, especially after that point,
Got
just
the
made
message.
I was about to say, they made an effort to just sit there and have a good time.
Yeah.
So whenever they were coming through, Wolf Alice are kind of like, I would say more so like, they strike like a balance between like hard rock and then some more like slow moments. And
It's interesting.
yeah, I think they have their balance between, I don't think the crowd was never not, like, they were never not
Yeah, it
involved.
was just fun.
Like,
Even if someone went to that show and didn't know all the songs, which is me, like I know the songs, but I don't, you know, I'm not like a huge fan like this guy. But I still really enjoyed it, and that's like something I love about concerts is when you see a band that you don't necessarily know everything about, it kind of makes you a bigger fan of them.
I just felt like on their louder songs, it was like a wall of guitars.
Oh yeah,
you
it
know?
was really powerful.
And they have like all of these like distortion pedals and all these other effects that the guitarist was using. I was just fascinated sitting there like watching him like flipping between things.
I love watch the guitar player. That was really entertaining.
Yeah, he was mixing between that
really
and like
great.
the synth. He was going back and forth between those two things, and the distortion and the feedback he had coming. It was crazy.
It was fantastic.
I had a blast watching just that.
Yeah, just watching it. Like
from a technical level, I love appreciating somebody's skill. Did you also catch like throughout the night that Ellie, the vocalist of the band, was going back and forth between two mics?
Yeah,
and she was. I like because it makes. I was wondering how they were gonna pull it off, considering how their album sounds.
Yeah.
And she does these different kind of voices that she goes into, and like this manic laughter at like
one
point in one of the songs, and it's just weird how she pulls it off because it's got like a different filter.
We missed the first song.
We missed one song,
unfortunately,
and it was my favorite song.
Which was what?
Your Love's Whore, and that was actually listed. I listed that as my favorite song in 2015,
and
I missed it.
We literally just missed it.
Yeah, other than that, I have to say I have no regrets with the experience.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was one of those shows that's probably going to go down in my top 5.
Also, what song was it where they did the
the circle pit? Giant Peach.
Happened. Yeah, that's
Giant Peach is the moment I think at most of their shows where people just lose their minds.
Yeah, there were a couple bros there getting it done.
They were getting the job done. Circle pit.
I was pretty close to that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, when they opened up the Wall of Death, though, that was just a little bit much. And then Ollie Sykes came out.
Oh my god.
No, but overall, I mean, it was a nice mix of their slower and harder songs.
So, how many songs did they play?
I think it was a total of 18 songs, and 3 of them were the encore. They went out on Turn to Dust. What's the one that you really like? Blush.
Oh yeah,
Turn to Dust,
that was so
Blush,
good.
And Moaning Lisa Smile.
Definitely recommend you guys check them out.
I would say if I was defining them with a genre, it's like grunge and alternative. It's like 90. If you're into like Nirvana and stuff in the 90s, mixed with like maybe some modern and like alternative rock. Except it's like not like stuff you hear on the radio typically. It's much more aggressive. Heavy and well written, I would say, and they have fun up on stage too. There was several playful moments between Ellie and the bassist going back and forth. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, the drummer too. I thought was
Joel. Joel sings on Swallowtail,
really
and he's got a really good voice.
It sounded flawless. Actually, I was like, oh my god. That's
when he started hitting the higher notes. I can't even do it.
Yeah.
It's like way up there with that register.
Like, wow, I'm not even gonna try and sing. I'm just gonna admire.
Exactly. It was just really impressive how he, I always admire it when a drummer can play the drums and sing on a track.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
Especially once it gets a little bit faster paced in that track.
Also, I think just because it was a really small show, you could tell like everyone there was like super into it, and that was like really fun to watch as well. Like the audience enjoy themselves.
Like loving it. Like knew that they wanted to be there. It wasn't just something that they got dragged to because Wolf Alice was the opening band or something like that. Yeah, it was like more.
It was their show. I like that setting.
In terms of setup, it was probably my favorite show I've ever been to.
Yeah, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I've been to plenty of shows. I've seen a lot of bands that I love, but that one takes the cake in terms of the setup.
You got a shirt?
Yeah, I did. I got a shirt. I also got a channel, which is linked in the description down below.
Oh my god. As
ARTV.
if you need any more help.
Whatever. I take all the help that I can get.
You heard it here first. ARTV exposed. So in all, I think this was a really awesome experience getting to see a band that he has been talking up for a while now, and I kind of trusted him on this one. It was really fun, especially being able to go to the show with him. Like, what? Like, I never thought like that would happen. Like, I've always wanted to meet my YouTube friends. So make sure you guys go check out Wolf Alice. If they're coming near you, definitely go see them. It was really fun. Even if you don't even know them, just go. Like, it's really cheap, and it was just awesome.
A night of entertainment for you.
It's worth it.
You know,
it's something to do. It was totally worth it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Special episode of Concert Diaries. Like, this probably won't ever happen again. Make sure you subscribe to John if you haven't already. Super awesome dude. Pleasure to meet you, by the way.
Oh, you as well, Hannah. You as well.
And that's gonna be it for me today. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel as well and thumbs up this video. And I'll see you guys next time.